Howdy, gamers, and welcome to Checkpoint Reached, a weekly show where we discuss a topic in gaming with some occasional news stories thrown in, some movie and TV quotes, and just some random life rants from me and my host, who I'm about to introduce. Thank you all so much for joining us. I am your host, Lex, along with my co host, Ernie.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Ernie. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic, dude. Honestly, I'm doing great. Having a wonderful day so far. Everything's been great, dude. I came and went, as they say. I went to Wingstop today. Had a great little dinner with my daughter. Had a little daddy daughter date, and
Sponsor us. Mm-hmm.
bother, dude. I mean, I hope so. I said bother, brother, dude. Honestly, those wings hit good. Like it was like one of those ones where I'm sure you've had Wingstop or the people of the
Mm-hmm.
friends of the cast here. But when there were the wings that were so good where you're all, sucking the bone dry, as they say.
I heard you
That
saw
sounded
the
gross.
cashier. You said the wings are very good today. I'll take another one.
I'll have
Uh,
another.
uh, Dude, no, I've been craving some, like, good wings, and I like,
Yeah.
Wingstop is fine for me, but I want, like, I don't know what kind of style. Maybe the one of the place we used to work out, or, well,
Are you
um,
craving like a particular style of wing, or are you craving a particular like pricing of
I
wing?
just
You know what I
no, I
mean?
just want a good bone in. Oh, that sounds funny. With,
Oh
like, some
wow.
extra saucing, dude, just, like,
Hey,
real saucy, dude, you
hey,
know what
we'll
I
talk
mean?
about that after. We'll
Yeah,
discuss it in the morning.
especially in the morning. Uh, I don't know,
Okay,
yeah,
I
I've been
see. I
craving
see.
that, but maybe we'll see.
Yeah,
I'll have to treat myself, but that's good, man,
you
I'm
should.
glad. It sounds what about me? Me, uh,
Oh, hey, how about you? How about yourself? I thought you're gonna. I thought you're gonna start going
yeah,
because you're
yeah, yeah.
all.
Yeah, waiting for you, dude. I say you set me up. That's how we
I
do it.
didn't set you up. Yeah, you're right. Okay,
What?
how was your day? What were you doing? What
Oh,
would you do today? How
how
was
was
your
I?
How was your day, man?
How I been? Dude, I've been good, man. It's been a long journey to get here to from the last week. No, I'm kidding, not a long journey.
Dang, man.
Had a busy weekend, had fun. We had the Mother Day celebrations. I know you had a good one as well.
Yeah, I
Uh,
did. Yeah.
Today actually, I got some food from my work, and we got like this Korean place, and it was okay, but they also had, like, pizza as well. So, like, I
Mm.
had the Korean stuff, and then I fucking ate oh, oops, and then I ate 2 slices of pizza. Sorry for cursing
No
there.
worries. That's all right. It's no big deal.
Sorry, kids, children that are listening, if they are. No, but then I had 2 pizza slices, dude. I felt like a little fatty, dude, but it was delicious, dude. I was like, but
He's
I ate good, dude. I ate
good.
good, and what's up?
No, nothing wrong with eating good like once in a while. Everybody eats good once in a while. It
We
just
all eat good.
it's just the way that what you mix kind of is sketch. A little Korean and a little pizza. I feel like
Yeah.
that's like that is gonna like set you back, and you're gonna be in the toilet for a minute. That's what it
Yeah,
sounds like.
it's okay, dude. But it was like chicken and rice. It wasn't like super crazy. You know what I mean? It was like that was
Yeah,
the Korean food, and just a pepperoni slice, and I think I'm okay. I think I'll be fine, Ernie. I'll report back next
yeah,
time, dude. I'll
yeah.
send a
Let me
pic
know.
on the
He
Instagram, dude.
explodes.
I'll
It's gonna
be.
be you're gonna set that gif like Dave Chappelle where he's in the toilet and he's all.
Oh, yeah, he explodes. Oh, I love that. I love that, dude. Yes. Yeah, man. But I'm ready, dude. I'm ready for the episode. Of course, talking to you is always a good time. Um,
Definitely.
I want to get into a little, not it's breaking news, but not so much breaking news. And
I
one of the
don't know what
things
that
is
song
like some
was.
Kingdom Hearts stuff got released, some pictures of the new one, but I won't talk about that because we'll
Oh,
talk about it more in the episode.
okay.
But an actress that just came out, and I already knew this was happening. Tati, I want to say Tati Gabrielle. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry if I'm not. She's going to be the new game, the new Naughty Dog game, Intergalactic. She's also in the Last of Us series. She also was in the Uncharted movie. Um, she also was what's a bigger one that she was in that I recall her in.
Sabrina, I believe.
Oh, yes, Sabrina.
For the Netflix one.
The TV show Sabrina, and a variety of other stuff. But yeah, so she is going to be in the new Intergalactic game from Naughty Dog, and apparently, she let out a statement saying that she received love, but she's also receiving a lot of hate, which is unfortunate. And the hate is basically like, oh, because you're a woman in the game, you're bald, and her skin color, obviously, it is like, and so I
You're
guess,
bald. I love
yeah, I
that. You're
know,
the
and
emphasis on it. You're bald.
exactly. And so like, what? And then
Yeah.
like,
People are so
so
stupid.
she's going through like she said claims as a boot camp, but I don't know how much it is because with Neil Druckmann, who is the director at Naughty Dog who created the Last of Us series, and and is
One
working on
of
this
the
new.
creators,
Yeah, one
one
of
of
the
the
creators,
writers.
sorry,
Yeah.
and, he's one of the showrunners as well for the show, and he's working on Intergalactic as the new game. Because as maybe some people don't know, when the second game was released, there's plenty of controversy. We might have talked about it when we talked about our Last of Us, episode, but the actress who played Abby got a lot of hate for spoiler reasons. Um, I believe even the character that played, the voice actress who played Ellie, which is Ashley Johnson, got some hate. I'm not sure if I think even, Troy Baker got hate too, is what I heard, which is crazy, and then, like, obviously in the show, Bella Ramsey's getting hate, and it's just like it's sad to see. I really don't I just dislike it, and, like, honestly, like, if you like, it's fine to be upset about things and, like, but discuss, but don't go after people and tell them, like, there's extreme people that will send death threats to people, right? Like, I think people were sending death threats to Neil Druckmann for the second game. It's like because they did something to one of his character. You know what I mean? It's like, what is the point of this? What are you getting out of this? Like, you're just making someone's life, and obviously this is not the first time this happened. This happens in plenty of plenty of our mediums, like TV shows and movies and games. It's happening all the time, and it's pretty awful, right? It kinda reminds me of the movie Misery, like, obviously, back
Mm.
in the day when the author if you don't know the movie Misery, basically, this author kills off a character in his book, and Kathy Bates basically traps him and tortures him to change this book, which is insane. Like, I think about that line, like, "Oh my gosh," they were like they were telling us this whole time, and it's basically like that, especially with social media. It's like people can access everywhere, and it's sad because a lot of people deactivate their socials and because of the hate, and it's rough, and if you're doing that, just stop. Don't do that. Like, talk amongst yourself, talk among your friends, but don't go after someone's livelihood and ruin their lives, right? Well, I mean, what are your thoughts on this, man? Sorry, I kinda went off a little bit there.
No, you're good. I mean, I share the same sentiment. I don't think it's okay. But it's it's kind of hard because yeah, you when you are sharing the limelight, there are gonna be people that disagree with you, and there's gonna be people that disagree with you wholeheartedly, and
Mhm.
they feel that this is a beloved thing to them, so they're gonna like protect it with like all their mights.
Of course.
And so I understand both sides of the fandom and also the the harassment that they get, but I think there is a way to be constructive with your criticism and also tell people like you're not doing this the way it should have been done. Or I understand that because how many times have we bitched about Star Wars? I mean, obviously we haven't attacked like Mark Hamill or anything like that.
Mhm,
You
mhm.
know what I mean? But like we've talked a lot of
Of
crap on
course,
it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But never death threats. Never a thing where we wished bodily harm on anyone. I don't think that's okay. Not everyone is as well equipped mentally to hear those kinds of things. I'm not saying I am. I don't know if you are, but there
Mhm.
are people that are a little bit stronger that are able to hear that and be like, whatever, brush it off. But not everyone is like that. And so the boot camp thing is it sounds silly to be honest with you. I didn't know that was a thing, but it sounds silly. But I understand it. Like I
Mhm.
understand that it's to help her mental well being because she is going to get ridiculed for what she's about to do, and
Mhm.
it's not her fault. And maybe not, depends. I know you said, oh, it's because she's bald, black, or whatever her color, skin, or whatever she is.
Email, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
female and all that stuff. Like I get that people are some people hate that stuff, but sometimes it's just it's the writers and the direction of the game and the developers, right? But then they have this person who ends up getting everything out of that, right? Like like you talked about Abby, or yeah, when Abby got a lot of hate through Last of Us 2, and it's like that she's just acting, or Jar Jar Binks for the Phantom Menace. They're just this character. They didn't create it. They're not the ones doing this. They're just it's a job, right? At the end of
Hired
the
for this
day.
job, yeah. Mhm.
Exactly. It's like when we used to work at like a restaurant, we bring out food that someone made. We didn't make this, but we're the ones getting yelled at when it's
That's a
not
good
good. You
point.
know what I mean?
That
So
is
I
a good
guess
point.
that's the difference between it. But I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of hard because the only thing you could say is focus on the people that are saying and spreading positive energy out there, right? Because they
Yeah.
only focus solely on the people that are being mean, right? You don't have to. Like we talked about this with Twitter or X, right? There's so many things that come out on Twitter that I don't want to see, that I don't care about, and I choose not to go look at it. You know what I mean? And I think
Mhm.
people could do that social media. Like it's not about blocking, it's just like don't be around that stuff. Like kind of get away from it because there is negative people. There's negative people in the real world.
No, of
Dude,
course, yeah.
I
All
went
around.
this is random. I gave you a little rant the other day, but I went to Chick-fil-A, dude, today, and they messed up on my order. They got mad at me, dude. I didn't even get a my
Oh, my
pleasure.
pleasure, dude.
I didn't even give them my pleasure, dude. I was pissed. I was like, what the like like you messed up my order, but you're bothered with me. I didn't do
Yeah,
anything to you.
yeah,
But
they just
again,
want you out.
it's a negative energy. Like, but had I chosen to live with it for a while, like don't get me wrong, it bothered me, but had I chose to live with it the rest of the day because of that interaction, no, like I'm happy. F them. I don't even care. Like the
Yeah.
food's good, but I don't have to see those people anymore. Like, you know what I mean? But like, I think that's the problem. Is like, I think it sucks, but sometimes we just got to grow a bigger backbone for a lot of these things because a lot of people are going to say some stupid things, and
Yeah.
whether it's truthful that they're going to try to hurt you, that's a difference. But if they're just saying stupid things where it's like you look like something something, and you're like, all right, that's not how I look, so I don't care.
No, but I mean, like you said, I mean, it's hard. Like, yeah, I get it. You can brush it off, but after so many times and it keeps happening, you get tired of that, right? It
Yeah,
kind of
true.
breaks it
That's very
breaks you
true.
down. Then you start. Some people start, like you said, the
But
capacity.
believing it,
I mean, I feel like I have a pretty strong, capacity, but like eventually I will get broken down. I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is too much. Like, it's not something someone should be going through, and it's
yeah,
unfortunate, and of
no,
course, like
yeah,
like you said, it's the actors got hired to do the jobs, and if you're
yeah,
doing it, just don't do it. I mean, if you don't like again, like we always say Ernie's famous lines, you don't vote for your wallet. If you don't like it, don't buy it, don't get it, don't play
yeah.
it, don't even touch it. And it's funny because most of the people that are hating on this thing are probably gonna end up playing it. They're gonna be there day one because they love Naughty Dog. And you know what I mean? But there are those people who are like, I don't play this.
Yeah, but
Because
it's like, yeah, like you said, vote with your wallet, but also like people are voting with their wallet because the YouTubers who are jerks or people that hate and dislike anything about Naughty Dog, they're gonna play this game, so they're able to. Excuse me, I was like kind of like coughing a little bit.
you're good.
They're gonna play this game and they're gonna be able to, ridicule whatever they see on the game, but they're making money off those YouTube videos.
Of
Do you
course.
truly? And I want you guys to think about this. Truly, think about this, right? YouTubers make a lot of money out of reactions, right? Some people do, and they make those mean reactions. I know you've seen them. Oh, I hate this, or I can't believe Mark Hamill said such pig-headed things, or I can't believe this and this and that. Rant, 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 right? They get angry. Do you guys truly, truly believe that this is affecting their life in any way?
Yeah,
It's
I agree.
not. They're doing this for a show for you,
Yeah, of
right?
course, yeah.
They're trying to be dicks because you like seeing a dick. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
at the
uh-huh.
oh no, not a
That's
penis,
deep.
but
That's
you know what I
deep.
mean, like a jerk, right? But you guys get what I mean. That
Juicy
is the point.
jokes
If
and laugh
if
at
the
them.
if we flip the coin, right? If people love seeing positivity, if people loved hearing all these great things, and there is people right like that, do you not think they would flip flop what they would say?
Yeah.
Some people always will say this, and they'll always be like, "Oh yeah, I go, I go based on what I'm thinking," but at the end of the day, it's not. Everything is sort of subjective, right? It's whatever you know.
Mhm. Yeah, man. No, agreed, agreed. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring that up again. I mean, like I said, it's fine to have your opinions. It's fine. Talk amongst your friends, express yourself, but don't go find someone on the street or come after them in their Instagrams. I mean, maybe there are people on the streets that find them like, we hate you because you're bald.
Oh yeah,
Whatever.
dude. I know
It's
that's
scary.
great. Yeah, that's a good one. You're bold.
I,
Dude,
yeah.
it's crazy that you said that. This is a little ranty rant here. My wife and I, she loves watching crime dramas. I don't know if that's like a thing with all girls, but she loves watching crime dramas. We were watching this one. She put it on. It was about famous celebrities and their stalkers. And
Mhm,
man,
mhm, mhm.
dude, I am telling you guys, it is the craziest thing you'll hear because they do this with this delusion that they believe that they are the main protagonist of this other person's life,
Yeah.
basically. And so they do these crazy things. And there was this guy who was doing this thing to Miley Cyrus, and he was like showing up at the beach where she was filming a movie. I forget which one it was. I think it was The Last Dance or Walk, Remember, something like that. I forget what a movie she was in with
Mhm.
Liam Hemsworth. And so that guy showed up. They got him, but he was able to just walk in like pretty easily because it was a public beach. You know what I mean? That's scary. It's like
They got
it
him.
is.
Like, what, like they just arrested him.
They arrested him, and I
That's
did, but it was this whole like there was this. It was like a freaking Ted. He's all, but they got him.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say,
But
it
yeah,
reminds me of Ted. He's all, "Good guy too." He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "What do you mean you got him?" He's all like, "Yeah, he's a good guy too, man. I like them."
yeah.
He
He's
just
all, but
never
they
says
got him.
anything.
They got him, and it like Ted's like, no, but yeah, I think they ended
That
up
was a
getting
good
him. He went through this whole thing.
No,
I
yeah,
think he
people
moved
are.
away. I think he's still around, but he's like out. But yeah, it's crazy. Like you never know because of delusion. That's why
Dude, I,
when people talk about their opinions like we do, we always say these are what we think. This is what we believe, right? I mean, we could be wrong, we could be right. We would love to hear what you have to say, but yeah.
yeah, dude, I remember the last thing I'll say about this, about the stalker stuff, but like I remember in there used to be a magazine. I don't know, this might have been Teen Beat Street. I don't know what it was called. I just made that joke, but it was like a Nickelodeon magazine member, and there was like a page dedicated to these actors like and actresses, and they had like addresses for them. Like, oh, send them mail. And so I remember picking a couple and I'd send the mail. And obviously it was probably just like their an office that it goes to. And I remember, I don't know where else I sent it to. I don't remember who I sent it to, but I did get one response back, and it was a signed picture from Elijah Wood. And he was like this. He's all like, ah, it was all sweet. And I was like, what?
Dang.
I was like,
And
I
you
don't
still
have it
have
anymore. I
that.
don't know where it is, but um, dude, it was sweet. I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, obviously, it was probably just like you know how like that episode of Simpsons with Krusty when it's Bart signing it for him,
Yeah, yeah,
and the
yeah.
girl's like, I love you, Krusty. He's like, oh, there. But dude,
You,
yeah,
you remember when they you
but it's
remember
crazy,
when
like,
they
they put these addresses for people to find, but, like I said, it definitely wasn't the real address, but it
yeah,
was
of
just
course.
pretty hilarious that they had it
Do
there just for people to be available.
do you remember the episode of The Simpsons where Homer becomes he goes to clown college and he becomes a Krusty, and
Yeah.
so he's the one like joining all these things, and it's not Krusty, but the kids believe it's Krusty.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh! And then he like beats up the Hamburglar or whatever their version of
Already
a Krusty Krab
dead.
is. Stop it! He's already dead.
No, what's his name? At Millhouse, he goes, he says, "I can get Krusty the Clown up here at my to personally appear at my party," and he's all, "I don't know, Bart. My dad's a pretty big big shot at the Cracker Factory."
The
But
Cracker
anyway,
Back.
um, let's
Uh,
continue on here. Again,
please.
like we said, just don't do that. Uh, my next our smash hit segment here. It's not even smash hit, but I want to
This is,
ask the
you said
question.
Smegmans.
Oh, did I segment? I like to ask the question here, Ernie. What
Please.
have you been playing this week since I've seen you? Anything new? I have a feeling there's something that's not so new. But tell us, tell.
Uh, I'll start off with the new because there is something
Oh,
new
there
that
is
I've
a
been
new.
playing. Besides with your emotions, I have been playing this other game. I got
Mm,
into a Nintendo DS mood. I
mm,
have a buddy. He's gonna come on. He's gonna come on one of the videos. We're gonna do a Pokemon generation video for YouTube one of these days. Thinking in July maybe. But he was. I was asking him. His name is Jalen. He was talking about Pokemon, and so he was telling me his favorite generation was Generation 5. Now that is black and white. I've never played these games. These were a little bit more controversial when they first came out, and I don't know if you recall why. So I'll get into it briefly, but this game was the one that came out. I think it did 3v3 battle, and it also brought out 151 new Pokemon. So none of the originals, no Charizard, no Squirtle, no nothing like that, no Pikachu, nothing like that. It's all brand new Pokemon, and so it was very controversial. I ended up getting the game and I started playing that. I've only been playing maybe about like 30 minutes to an hour or something like that. I was just
mhm.
grinding out my Tepig or something. I forget, it's like a fire Pokemon. Looks like a little Linkers. But it's cool, dude. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm curious to see where the story goes because it's a little interesting. It's a little bit more not politically charged, but it has something to do with like not allowing Pokemon to basically be your slave in a way, because the person in this particular game thinks that Pokemon should be free and not made to do what they do. But obviously, as we
Understand.
know, Pokemon need to build friendships and they need to battle because they level up like that.
Yeah.
Neither here nor there, but I guess that's the story. But that's the story so far. But it's cool. I'm enjoying it. I'm ready to keep going. I
I
really
heard
want.
I heard it was so controversial that people were messaging Pikachu and basically telling him death threats and that he was
Ah,
yellow
they're
and bald
they're going.
and the
they're
electricity dies. I'm kidding.
yeah,
Go.
they're going. Pika Pika. They were just
Ah,
that was silly. I was like
Pika, Pika,
Pika
Anyway,
Pikachu.
that's sweet.
So yeah, so I was yes, so I was playing that, and I was able to get a few hours of gaming. There was something else I had to tell you about about that particular game, and you kind of said something, and it kind of I lost my train of thought there. Whatever, doesn't matter. But yeah, the other game I was playing is I'm still playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I am 36 hours in now. I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel yet. Something's there. It looks like, like you ever seen those movies where someone's digging out of a cave and there's
Mhm.
just one light? Like it's not even like the
Mhm.
the like the tunnel like is bright. It's just
Like a
like a little
descent.
light, a
Uh-huh.
speck of light. I think that and my mouth is going trying to breathe because like this game is so much. And it's crazy because I tell you this every time, and I told you last episode, and I feel like I'm gonna keep saying it until I finish it.
So you finish that game.
I've been sorry.
No, I was go ahead. I was gonna say I'm glad you're still keeping at it, but go ahead.
Yeah, same. I am chipping away at it every day. I've been playing for hours, and one of the big things is I've been writing a lot of my notes of what I feel about the game, and I'm
Mhm.
really excited to share that once I finish the game
Okay.
because there's so much good in this game, but there's so much bad
Of
because
course.
they do such a I don't know how to explain it. They do such a good job when they when it's like something that they really wanted you to like have fun with, but then there's other things that they do so they can like slow down your gameplay. And they do
Hmm.
it purposely for you, but I'll get into
Of
it
course.
later. But man,
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's tedious. I'm not annoyed yet, but I'm at the point where I'm like, man, I really want to finish this game.
Yeah,
So
and I
yeah,
feel like you're just too far in that you can't give up now.
no, man, I'm not gonna give up for sure. I definitely want to beat this game, but once I beat this game, I think I'm gonna stop and thank you, baby. No, I'm gonna stop and then I'm gonna probably not play anything big for a while. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I think we're getting Death Stranding in June, right?
Yeah, soon. Yeah.
So, so I'm gonna probably just wait for that for another big game, but we'll
Chip at
see.
some little games. Yeah, I don't know. That's cool, man.
Mm.
I'm glad for you. That's I hope to hear your thoughts maybe hopefully next week, but I don't know. We'll see.
Hopefully, man. It kind of feels like I might. But my friend Lex, what have you been playing?
So honestly, Ernie, I don't really have too many updates. I've still just been playing that Grand Theft Auto 4. I'm at that point where I just don't want to play anything else. And I know, and it's funny because the other day I was on my PlayStation doing an update, and I was like, "Should I just play Shadows right now?" I'm like, and I looked at my Asus, I'm like, "Dude, I really want to play just Grand Theft Auto right now." It just sounds so fun. So I'm on like Act Two, like the middle of Act Two. I think there's 4 acts. Um, it's great. I really have no more updates. The only thing that is annoying, I will say, is that everybody that you kind of encounter, you end up becoming friends with. So they'll be hitting you up all the time. Hey, let's get some food. Hey, let's go bowling. And I'm like, I just want to do my thing. Like, and I feel bad. But the good thing is, if you're in a mission, and I've learned this, just go straight to a mission. If you're doing a mission and they call you, you don't lose like because it shows like a thumbs up or a thumbs down with them. So like if you hang out with them, like it'll be a thumbs up after you drop them off. But if you deny them when you're not on a mission, it shows a thumbs down. And it's only happened once with Roman. But like every time on a mission, he'll say, like, hey, I'm kind of and it's funny because like when he responds, he's like he talks about what mission he's on. And he's, hey, I'm kind of doing something like and he refers to whatever mission he's doing, which I think is great. And but dude, I'm having a great time. I just got to the next little section where it's kind of like a New York City kind of vibe. It's like a Times Square. But I will say this. I was driving to this mission and I kinda got distracted where I pulled over and thought the mission that I was going to was there was like a little entrance or something, so I went into like the point and I went inside. All of a sudden, I'm sitting there and Ricky Gervais comes out and he starts doing a stand-up act. And I'm like listening here. I'm like, is this part of the cutscene? And I'm watching, but then I learned, I'm like, wait a minute, I think I just walked into like one of the laugh like little factories. And so I kept watching, he's talking, Ricky Gervais is very said some crazy stuff. He's talking about some kid with cancer. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like really bad. And then I ended up leaving and yeah, I did. I walked into the laugh factory because I remember seeing videos that you can also Cat Williams, I think, does a
Yeah,
set.
is he in that game or is he in a different one? Cat
No,
Williams.
I think it's this one, or
Oh, that's
maybe it's in 5, I'm not
hilarious.
sure. But yeah, I mean, I saw Ricky Gervais, and it was pretty funny. I was like, "Oh my gosh," and then, like, the mission I actually needed to do was literally down the street. I was like, "Oh, man." But dude, it was pretty cool. I really liked it.
Dude, I love the
Um,
experience you're having because it's like so I don't know how to it's not nonchalant, but it's like things are just occurring for you.
yeah, and
And it's
I feel
like
like
it's such a fun thing.
I feel like it's more natural to me than, like, Grand Theft Auto 5 experience I've had, but, like, again, I have to replay GTA 5 again. Um, I know I started it, but I stopped but it's been so long since I've played GTA 4, so it's not as fresh. And there's so much you can do, and it's really cool because, like, you can go into, like, a cop car, you can look up people to, like, hunt down and the wanted and their little wanted system. There was a there was a mission where I had to set they set up a gay profile for me, and I had to talk to one of the guys to meet up with him to kill him. And it's pretty sweet. And they're like, "I'll come back in a couple days to see if he responds." And he responds, "All, hey baby, let's go. You look real good." Like it's hilarious though. It's like, and then you can go on the site to date people, and it's funny. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this game is it's funny. It's like not like as deep as like Grand Theft Auto 5, but it's like deep. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but dude, I'm having a blast with it. I think it's so good, and I'm excited to finish it. And I want to move on to the DLCs because I've told you I didn't play them, but that's where I'm
Yeah.
at. Um, Probably won't get too much gaming time in this weekend, but so I probably won't have any updates next week. But I will try my best to play more because I'm enjoying it. But
Yeah,
that is what I'm playing.
there's something about Grand Theft Auto 4 that it doesn't feel as big, but if it is big. There's a lot to do, but it feels linear, doesn't it? Like there's something about the game that sort
It
of feels like
did you
it's
say you didn't play
a
it
little
though?
smaller. I did. I
No,
did. I didn't finish it. I
that's
played
what
it.
it
I
was.
played
Okay.
that, and I played the DLC as well, the Ballad of Gay Tony.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, no, I totally get you. It's like because it's trying to do more. It's definitely a step away from like San Andreas. It's totally different, but it's still kind of like, it's like dabbling with all these different things and it works really well. And I think it's awesome. I'm having a blast with it. It's funny actually that speaking of breaking news stuff, there's like a leaker that is apparently saying that there's supposed to be a remaster coming out this year, which would make sense since GTA
That'd
5
be
6 got
crazy.
delayed. And I'm like, oh man, it's like I just played it, but like, or I'm playing it now, and now there's a remaster. But honestly, it plays great. There's like I've had no issues. It looks great. It looks fine. And dude, I'm loving it. So like I'm like, I really don't care if the remaster comes out. I'm still gonna play this game. So that is it, my friend. That is what I'm playing. Thank you all for indulging with us. Now we're here for the topics you all wanted to hear, or maybe you wanted to hear the beginning stuff. I don't know. We don't know what you prefer. But we're here for the topic at hand. As you can see by our little hats here, we have some little Mickey Mouses. Uh, let's call them Mickey Moose for now, so we don't get taken down. Uh, we got
Thinking
some.
about bikers gonna come out of nowhere, dude.
I know, I'm just getting choked out. Disney video games from the 90s to the 2000s, a nostalgic look back. So we're talking a little Disney for you. Disney gaming. Disney wasn't just ruling animation in the 90s and 2000s. They also had a strong presence in video games, and especially across the Nintendo, the Segas, the PlayStations, and more. PC Disney games just captured the magic of their films and made you frustrated because some are very tough games. But let's go ahead and start with some consoles, and let's kind of revisit these files. Now, Ernie, this is your pitch. We're not talking about games past like the early 2000s, right?
I did maybe the 80s, early 90s, and then it went to 2000s because there was quite a bit, and
No, that's fine.
there's some on here that I definitely didn't play, but then there are some that I did play,
Mhm.
and I did write them down. I did write a few little notes on the side there. But yeah, we're gonna start off with the NES, dude. The 1980s to the early 90s, which is cool. This is crazy because obviously I was born in the 90s. I know you were born a little later than I was,
I
but
was
in
in
the
the 90s as
90s,
well. You make it sound like I was born in the
no, I
2000s.
mean, yeah, but it was like, you were a little older than, or I was a little older than you, because either way, we
2
were
years,
still
2 years.
young.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we're still young. We didn't really get to play a lot of games up till
just a
like
boy.
maybe 5 years old, 95 or something like that.
Mhm.
Maybe 97 to you for you, but I don't, obviously I don't know. But yeah, so we have. I mean, I eventually ended up playing these games when I got a lot older, and at this time they were a little cheaper, right? But we had like Ducktales, 1989, Capcom Classic, innovative. They had that pogo stick mechanic. I don't know if you recall this, dude.
I
It was
did play.
very good.
Oh, yeah, I had to pull some pictures because I'm like, I'm really curious. But yeah, I remember playing this because I remember really liking DuckTales, watching it as a kid. I thought it was a great show. I don't know if you ever watched it, but yeah, I did remember playing this game.
I did, yeah. So yeah, so what's cool is when you go back to a lot of these older games, DuckTales, this particular one, kind of paved the way for a lot of great games like
Mhm.
Shovel Knight. You ever played Shovel Knight? Shovel
I
Knight
played a
has
little bit. I know what you're talking about, but yeah, I did play it, but
so
not
they sort of do
enough.
a pogo stick sort of a version of the game, and this is kind of little like images here of the NES version. But look at this cool little box art. But I
This one box art
remember,
was king.
yeah, dude, right? This is so cool. But yeah, they had the little pogo stick, and I think Shovel Knight took a lot of inspiration from this. There's quite a bit of games that go from the past, and they'll bring it up to make something a little newer. Um, but yeah, dude, that's a great game. Let's see, let's go to the next one. What else did I
Hey,
put in
this is
here?
crazy. This is crazy. This game, DuckTales, is $15 on Steam right now, the remastered version.
Yeah,
So it's pretty wild, right? I mean, obviously, this is probably gonna be a trend with most of these games. We're gonna see like they had an impact, right? These games aren't cheap, and like it's crazy to think that people that probably still own these physical cartridges probably can make a good chunk of money off of like most of these, not all of them, but you know what I mean?
yeah,
Because they're so nostalgic and collectibles. But yes, continue, please.
yeah. I think they remastered these games, right? Like three of them. I think it was like Lion King, DuckTales, and some other ones. But I don't know if they bundled these ones in particular. But
Probably not.
I know DuckTales has like there it is remastered version of it. I think this is just by itself.
And
But
also,
they did
these
this like
games were pretty tough, like for kids as well, right? Like
yeah, dude, it's crazy. The next one, the Chippendale, what's it called? Chippendale.
Rescue Rangers. Now, I did not play this
Yeah,
one. I've seen this, but I never played this, or maybe I did. It's hard to remember because again, these are the early days. I didn't start playing
dude.
video games till, like you said, like 97,
Yeah.
98.
Check this out. I did not play this game. I know someone that did that. I think my brothers and
It's
I know.
giving me
I think friend of the channel. I think Jason had played these games.
it's giving me Super Mario 3 kind of vibes, right? A little bit.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Which
Super
is
Mario Bros. 3.
it's so funny. Look at all. And then they got this guy. He goes, "Jeez," this dude. Remember this guy?
Yes, yes.
I forget his
Jeez, like
name.
I was sweet. Because
Jeez.
I watched the show as well.
Yeah, I did. I watched the
And did
show. I watched.
I'm sure you watched the rebooted like movie, whatever came out with
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny. I thought that was good.
wasn't
That,
bad,
that shit
wasn't
came
bad.
out in theaters.
It was like it was kinda like gave me the Roger Rabbit vibes, but obviously Roger
Yeah,
Rabbit is better.
definitely, dude. I agree with you. But what else?
If you had to say which one of us is Chip and Dale and which one is Dale, let us know in the comments. We wanna know.
I'll probably say personally, who's the one that wears the little Indiana Jones one?
I think that's Chip? To
I'm
be
gonna
honest,
say
I don't even know.
that's you, and then I'll be the Hawaiian dude because
Oh,
I like to party.
there's only 2 kinds of
Dude.
people that wear Hawaiian shirts. Uh, God, I'm sorry. That was good of you. Shout out to you to get that
I was trying
reference
to
in.
set you up for that. That's why.
That's good. I
Hey,
know, hey,
yeah, I got you.
me and
I
you.
got you. I got you. All right, all right, and
You
then
ever
this
like
one. This
sorry, real quick,
go ahead.
did you ever go to Disneyland and climb their little tree in Toontown, their little tree house, and how tiny it was to climb in there?
The little Toontown.
In Toontown, they had a little area for them where you can climb in their tree house, and it was really small and tight. Obviously, you're not able to get in there.
No,
Oh, okay, yeah, that was
I
they also
don't
had a little
remember
roller coaster
that.
out there too, little gadget coaster or whatever, but continue.
I think I've ridden the roller coaster, but never. Is the tree still there by chance? Do
I
you
don't
know?
think it is. I haven't been in that corner. It's every time you look past, like, a certain, like, line
Yeah,
at Toontown, it's just like, it's like just a bunch of kids running. Go ahead.
that's so crazy. I should put a public domain. I don't even know how to whatever. But yeah, this is so the next one for the NES was the Little Mermaid. Did you ever play this one?
I think I remember playing it, but I don't have the best memory of it. Is that her sister on there? Like, oh, that's Little Mermaid too. I'm looking at the
That's
wrong
Little
one.
Mermaid as well. Which one?
No, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know. I feel like I recall playing it, but did you play this?
dude, I don't remember if I did or not. I don't. This is one of the ones that fell on the wayside. I
Yeah,
was in
fell in
like
the
when
ocean.
I was fell in the ocean. Yeah, I was drowning. No,
Good.
this is like one of those games that like it's the Little Mermaid. I
Wait, can you
wasn't a big
scroll
fan of
down
the
a little
little.
bit? Sorry.
Yeah, 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 no, you got to go.
Okay, scroll up a little bit. Sorry. This is
No, you're
great
good.
pod. This is
You're good.
great
You're good.
pod. Right there. Stop right there. Okay, you see that little
Okay.
silhouette of her sitting on the rock?
Oh yeah, here.
Up one
This one. This
to the
one.
right, right there. I remember that screen specifically. No, you unhover over it. I remember that screen. You know what I mean? You see it right there. You just
Yeah,
see
yeah,
this.
yeah. I
I don't.
see it.
That's what I remember the most about this game. Yeah, I did not play it though, and I know everyone. these guys didn't even play these games, but we're gonna talk more that we did play, obviously.
Yeah, they'll be there. Yeah, but these are the ones that I definitely need
Early
to talk about
days.
because they were the ones that I felt that people actually would remember. Like bringing this up, there's gonna be people that I played this game or my little sister had this game, but like yeah, this Little Mermaid game, this is the ones that I didn't play because my brothers kind of dictated what I would play, and they were all boys. I have all brothers, right? So
Yeah, they
they're
didn't play
not going
this.
to go out of their way to go buy a Little Mermaid game, right? It's like that's
Mhm.
not. They're into whatever Ducktales, you know what I mean? Don't get me
That's
wrong, we watched Little Mermaid, but it was in like, you know what I mean? It was like as kids, it's like they oh you're gonna play with the truck, you know what I mean? That's like how it was.
You're gonna get in a
So
fire truck and a football.
exactly. So I mean, so we never got to play this game. I mean, it looks pretty freaking awesome. Some part of me when I was writing these notes,
Mhm.
I was thinking about this. I was like, I want to go like after we finish this like episode, I kind of want to like, which is not a good thing to say, but I wanted to emulate these games. I want to play them because there is no other way to buy like unless I go spend like thousands of dollars to freaking
Yeah,
buy all these things, and it's
yeah,
like
I feel
there's
like it's
no
okay
shot.
if a game they're not available, like, to get like that, I feel like that's an okay thing to do because people
Yeah,
do it.
yeah,
Um,
definitely they do, but I mean, we don't condone it. I'm just
we
telling
don't
you, people
condone it.
do it. Let's see. What is the next one, my friend? Here on the list, we also have
You
the
have Adventures
Adventures.
in the Magic Kingdom. I was thinking this was a totally different game, and I'm looking at it now, and I'm like, I don't know. I've never played this.
No,
This looks.
this is gonna be
I don't know if
fun,
I've even heard about this game.
dude. This is
Guilty.
crazy, dude. I've played this game,
Yeah.
but I don't recall it. Like I know I've played this game. I remember this game, but I don't remember what it was about. This is again. This is like when I was a kid, and all these things happening this time were kind of like
And it's got released in
really strange.
1990.
Yeah, yeah. I think you're now, if I remember correctly, I believe you're a kid and you're
I'm a
in
kid.
Disneyland
Hmm. Oh, for
trying
the
to get
game.
stuff done. Yeah, I think that's what this is about, if I remember correctly. But yeah, look at the little box art.
I love Goofy, and I like how sweet he looks.
Go get sweet, but
Guilty. Uh,
look at the
that is
little boy.
funny, bro.
Right?
Yeah, gosh.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's still a little game. But yeah, let's move on.
Do you think, like,
Next
too,
one.
like, also, like, we've played so many
Mhm.
games at this point, it's, like, hard to remember that we played these early stage games, you know what I mean? I mean,
Oh yeah.
I remember quite a bit, but there are games that pop up where you're like, "Oh my gosh, I played that." Like, it's like, I don't remember this.
No,
Uh,
yeah. There's gonna be watch. You'll see right now.
I'm watching, I'm
Because
watching.
the next ones are pretty sweet. Now,
Please, and I hope you're all
this
watching
one
this.
now we're going to the early mid '90s here. SNES, Sega Genesis,
Now this is where
and
I
this is
kinda
where we kind of come in a little bit more. And
yes.
and it's funny because dude, I could still remember this freaking scene right here, and the song goes
Dude, this game, The Lion
platforming
King,
is
was
hard.
very hard, and it's
The
kinda crazy to
platforming,
think that this game was available to us, like, and not being able to beat it, like, and I've heard multiple stories of it, and I think this is one of those games that got remastered as well, right, with the or I remember
I
them
believe so.
coming out
Yeah,
with it again, probably for PlayStation, but yeah, dude, it was I don't think I ever got past the first early levels, I never beat it for sure, and
yeah.
I hear people talk about these games and how tough they were.
Mhm.
I remember
It's
I had a
funny,
sweet
dude.
little pajama set with the little Lion King on there, I was like, uh, but
Is
dude,
that the one you have right now, right?
you wish, you wish.
Nah. No, yeah, dude. I remember playing this game, and like you said, it was difficult. I don't even know, dude. I'm telling you, a lot of these games that we're gonna talk about, this is the fun. Like this is gonna be a trend. As a kid, for whatever reason, and I don't know if it's because we were barely developing our minds. Now as gamers, like we can do a lot, right? We play a lot of games where we've got a lot better. I remember having a lot of trouble with this game and never getting past the first level.
I don't think you're alone in this. Like I said, I've heard people like talk about this, and I don't think it's even the developing thing. It's literally it was a tough game. It really was a tough game.
Yeah. It's so funny though, like, cause like
I
I could still remember that stupid song and
I feel like if I was to go back to it now, I probably still would have trouble. Because
you probably just lose
like I told you about the
yeah.
Secret Star Wars game, I tried the same thing, and I was like, dude, I still can't do this damn
Dude,
game.
this is a random little rant, but I used to have this as well.
What is that there? So where he's looking at a little like what is
Oh
that? Like a
man.
little
It's like a little
Polly
pocket
Pocket?
yeah, it's like a little like a little game,
A
LCD game.
Tamagotchi?
And you would just basically you'd go. And you
Wait
would
a
jump.
minute. Actually, can
Have
you
you ever
zoom in
played
if it's
this?
possible?
I cannot. Let
What
me
is
see
it
if I can
called?
get a better one. This is called the Lion King Tiger Electronic LCD Game. See LCD. It's a retro handheld. Let me see if I can. Let's see if I can take you to this website. What is this
No,
to?
no, I see it now. I see it now.
Ah, dude, this is crazy. 1994, my friend. But you
Dude, you
basically
know
just
what?
jump on like these bugs. What's up?
I think I had this too. I'm looking
Yeah,
at it
bro.
now. Like when you pulled it up, like, oh my gosh.
Dang, on
And
eBay, $16.
the screen was crap. It wasn't like the best. But like you managed. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh
I
my god.
did
Look at
have this.
dude. Look at the. Oh, that one doesn't open up. But oh, look at this crazy stuff.
It's on for eight
Yeah, bro.
bucks
I used
on
to have this, dude. That's
eBay.
crazy that it's still on freaking
There's an Aladdin
sale.
one too. I think there was. Yeah, I'm seeing it
Hey,
here.
yeah, I don't remember that. That's so
There's a Home
crazy.
Alone one. Hey, this little electronic thing had a
They did a
run.
lot of these. Well, this is around the time like I don't think Game Boy was out yet, right? When was Game Boy made?
Let's see, Game Boy, first
Let
Game
me
Boy
see.
had to be late '90s, I think.
1989. Yeah,
Oh
1989.
dang,
So yeah, there
1989.
was a Game Boy around this time then. Which is
Yeah.
strange that they had these cheap
It
versions of.
was the competitors, right? I mean, these it's like now it's not where it
Uh,
was now, obviously, but these were the
yeah,
competitors
yeah,
at the time, and these were probably the Game Boys probably weren't that much more expensive, but these were cheaper alternatives for
yeah.
someone. I'm sure Game Boys weren't as available. You know what I mean? Or maybe they were.
Possibly. I remember my mother used to take me to Rite Aid, and and they would have these there, and she would buy me one, dude. And it was
That's when
like the
Rite
coolest.
Aid used to be the place, dude. It used to be the ice cream, the games, the
The
toys, the
games, the
candies. Now they
toys,
don't
yeah.
exist anymore, dude.
Nah, they're gone, dude. They're gone. Just like our childhood, they're gone. You know what I mean?
Exactly. There's probably a few there,
Uh,
just like a Chuck E. Cheese. He's on Ozempic. Uh,
Chuck
but
E.
yeah,
Cheese is on Ozempic. Yeah, dude. Honestly. But yeah, let's get with the next one. We're gonna talk about Aladdin. Now this game I know I've played a lot.
I
Now
played this as
I
well. Yes.
yeah okay go ahead if you want to talk
No,
a
I
little
mean,
bit about it.
it's honestly like it's funny because like I think about it, and when I start looking at the pictures, it all starts coming to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. I didn't play
Yeah.
this one, Nazriel's Revenge. What the hell is that thing? But yes, I remember this. And, one stop ahead of the street. I don't know if it's saying that, but I hope. But yeah, I remember this. I honestly, again, like a lot of these games were tough. I don't remember beating this. I think I remember
Mhm.
getting to the Cave of Wonders. That might be the beginning. I'm not too sure, but I remember being in the Cave of Wonders. But yeah, man, what is your experience? Do you remember a lot of this?
Yeah, dude. Game came out in 1993. I played this one probably when I was a lot older, maybe 95. I don't know. Whenever my motor skills were much better than they
Still
were
are.
at this time. Yeah, we're still working out. We're still working out the kinks. But I recall this game. Yeah, it was fun. The beginning is cool. You're throwing apples at the guards to try to get away. You would do like this little jump, and then you would go on the pole and you would kind of like twist a little bit. It was pretty neat. And it's a one stop ahead of me, man. But
All you gotta
this is
do
a
is jump.
job. This is probably the best part of the game. It's when you're
Oh,
trying to escape the freaking
the cave.
the Cave of Wonders, and it becomes like sort of this like 3D version of it. Do you recall this? Man,
I
I
don't
hope
know. I
someone
don't know
has
if
a
I
little
made it that
screenshot of
far.
it. Yeah, it's like right in the beginning, but man, I wish I could show you. Unless I remember this like really like I shouldn't remember it like that, but I remember it was like you were trying to escape and you were like it was like kind of like not first person but very like weird. Let me see if I can look that up because
You
I
were
really
in
want
it,
to
dude.
look at
You were in it to win it.
on it. Maybe yeah.
I mean,
Man,
at the time, like a lot of those games, you felt like you were in there somehow, and like the screens were not
yeah.
big. I don't know. I mean, I obviously kind of feel that way with some games now, but it's just I don't know. Especially as kids, right? We're just like this is all new to us, and we're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Look at me go. And it's funny because like I look at these games, and like when I play games now, like this random side rant, my dad will see me playing a game like he's seen me not recently. But he goes, "Man, I remember when we first were introduced to the game Pong, and we were like, whoa, this is revolutionary."
That's awesome. I love that.
Pong. That's
Fuck.
awesome.
Did I right here like a he'd play his part and you'd go on a magic carpet ride
Heck yeah,
with
dude. Me and you got to go on this, dude.
yeah, dude with Jasmine and then the song would go
Well, with like 8-bitty, right?
yeah, it was all even dude. This is a little side rants for the you older heads, the people that are in the back there, the people that their lower back kind of hurts now when they
Yes,
bend
yes.
over. Uh, did you guys remember polyphonic ringtones and like? Do you remember that?
I think so. I have to
Dude,
probably listen to
Polyphonic.
them.
Ah, man, I don't know how to. I can't even play one for you.
Sing one to me. Just kidding.
It would go like that, like 8 bit, like
Oh, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, I do remember this.
so yeah, those are polyphonic ringtones back when like you'd have like those Nokia old phones and they would play, and
I I
this is one of the songs that they would sell to you on those stupid apps.
I feel like a lot of those songs though too, like for some of these games, not all of them, there was licensing issues, so they kinda made it their own as well. Like, it wasn't like the same song, but it was like kind of the
Mm,
thing about it. But I
yeah.
mean, speaking of ringtones, I think it's so funny to think about that because like I used to have this I used to know this guy, and this is when we got a little older, like middle school, when ringtones started coming more and like you can download them and get songs or whatever. One time this guy goes, "Ringtone battle." Ringtone
Oh, that's
battle.
so
And he starts playing his ringtones
awesome.
like, "Oh my gosh, bro." Like, it was funny. I was like,
Ringtone battle.
It's too good, man. Too good
Dude, this is
ringtone
this
mode.
is random. This is random. God bless his soul. So obviously I'm married, and
Yes, obviously.
I met my brother-in-law before I met my wife. So I was his friend for a few years or a year or something like that before I met my wife, and I introduced myself to her, and the rest is history. But when I met him, God bless his soul, dude, he was in the front of my high school, and he had a Boost mobile phone. Now, Boost mobile phones for those chitlins out there, little kids. The Boost mobile phone was like this, like it was like a flip phone brick.
Yeah.
I think he had one of the newer ones that was a little bit sleeker. It was like a little bit more square, a lot more modernized for the time. But he was playing his ringtones, and having a ringtone and a cell phone in high school was pretty badass, right? And he was playing Chameleon Air. Do you know Chameleon Air is?
Of course, yeah.
And it was I'm gonna get you shine on, shine on. That was
Mhm.
some song. I wish I could sing it better, but I don't know the lyrics all that well. It's the guy that does "Gonna Catch Me Riding Dirty," gonna
Yeah,
catch me.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it was another song that he had done that was pretty popular at the time, and he was playing that song, and I went up to him and I'm like, "Oh, dude, that's a sick song," and he was dancing, and he was like doing this little dance
Wait,
there
is this
in
when
the
you first
front.
met him?
And this is when I first met him. Like I legit,
Oh, that is
this is
awesome.
true, honest. This
I
is dude, my mouth to God's ears, brother.
Yes, yes.
And I brought this up to him again because obviously we were still friends and like we talked, but like I told him, I'm like, do you remember this? And he laughs, but he's like, that's not how it happened. That he wasn't
That
dancing. And I'm all, dude, no, you were dancing, and I went up to you, and I was like, dude, that's a sick,
Wait,
fun, sick
I kinda
song.
wanna do a little reaction, so a reenactment here.
Please,
So I'll do the
yeah,
dance, and you kinda come in dancing with me. I'll be like this, like, "Ding, ding, ding, ding,"
yeah. All
and then
right,
you
I'm
come in
coming
and you come in slowly dance next
like
to me, and we're
this.
just all of a sudden,
On the side.
we're synchronized, and we're like, "Dude." Okay, that's a clip right there. That's a clip.
That is a close
Uh,
clip.
Dude, that's
But yeah,
awesome.
no.
I
So
love that.
yeah. So I introduced myself to him, and we hung out here and there. We talked, and then eventually, we started hanging out
Oh,
outside of
hey, your
school.
sister's fine.
No, it's funny too. This is another little side rant about that. Like now that we're getting there, but I had told him like jokingly because as one does, and I'm sure you've done this to your friends maybe, but I told him, well, oh man, one of these days I'm gonna take your sister out on to dinner. I told
Yeah,
him that,
yeah. That
joking
is so
around,
good.
right? I mean, obviously,
Gave you a shiner, dude. He hit you.
no, he was
Not
just
right now.
he's like you're stupid, He said, but let's get into the next game. We're talking about another SNES classic here. Now, I have not played this game. I did not
No.
have I wasn't able to buy this one. But we're talking about Goof Troop. Now, this game came out. Let me double check the because I don't know every day, but it was 1993. Now, I talked to Jason, I believe was front of the cast, and he was telling me that he had played this game when he was a
Mhm.
little younger, if I remember correctly. He told me this, and it looks interesting. Now, a little bit more of a like a side scroller, but also like very Zelda like. It was a co-op puzzle adventure game that had
Mhm.
that this game was in. Did you ever get to play this, or did you ever see
No,
this at
and I was
all?
about to say it does look Zelda-like for sure, and I
Yeah,
wish I would've known about this game 'cause I loved Goof. I love the Goofy movie. I think the Goofy movie came after. It was
yeah.
'95, but I love that movie, and yeah, I didn't play this game, but gosh, I kinda wish I did now, dude. Look at it. The ding, dee, dee, ding, dee, 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 dee,
This
dee,
might
me
have been
Maxie. Yeah,
my I think this is around the
it's a
well, Goof
co-op
Troop
game.
was an animated series, right? And I
I
think it
think
was
so.
like it was Goofy and Max when he's a kid, a lot younger than he is in the movie, and they're moving out to this particular area, and he essentially ends up living next to Pete, and Pete is like this like real estate agent who's like a jerk. I mean, he's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
a jerk and everything, but Like he ends
Whoa.
up moving out, and I think it's funny because I think the girl, I think Pete's wife, really gets a kick out of Goofy, and she like you could kind of see that she liked Goofy, but she ended up being with Pete. It's really
Mm,
strange, bro. It's
I
really
mean,
weird.
yeah, Disney was they had those little hidden messages back in the day.
But
But I love
also
this.
like
I love this little description. To save Pete and PJ from the pirates, you gotta be goofy.
that's hilarious. But yeah,
I
that's
mean,
it.
hey,
That
Goofy was a little player, dude, as they say. I'm kidding.
definitely. Oh, yuck.
Girls, they like the goofy guys. Anyway,
What the
I was talking.
hayuk? Yeah, dude. Okay, let's move on to the next one here. So we're talking Mickey Mania. Now, I don't know if you got to play this one.
No, why does Mickey
Uh,
look evil?
what do you mean?
Like if you look it
Let's
up,
see.
like look at the cover art for it. He looks mean, dude. He looks like he's gonna kill. No, no,
He's
that's
about,
another one I think too that I'm looking at. Oh, this is a PlayStation one. I'm looking at a different one,
oh,
but I
okay.
saw that one as well. He looks mean, dude. He looks like he's gonna kill somebody.
Yeah, this is 1994, so this is more of a platformer. Now, or so yeah, it's a side scroller platformer. It like it goes through Mickey Mouse's cartoon history, so you kind of see a lot of like the things that
I'm seeing the art
he,
like when he's in the Steamboat Willie. I think that's really
yeah,
cool. Did
Steamboat
you play this?
Willie. I did. Now
Huh.
this one's really cool. I don't remember everything about it, but I do remember playing this game. I don't remember even how we ended up having it, but I played this game.
Mm.
It's so cool though. This the freaking crazy guy right here, whatever he is. I think this one's kind of like one of those games that like it's like, oh, you're trapped here, so you're gonna have to go through everything to get back. But
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it's one of those like
You forgot your memory. You lost all your powers.
oh dude,
uh,
the ghost. I don't know if you've ever seen those cartoons with the
I've
ghost.
seen the cartoon, so I recognize these little
Yeah.
things here.
Wow, I
That's
love
awesome.
these.
This looks really cool. They don't make these games like they used to. Like they made the Illusion Island game, and it's cool, but it's not like
Yeah.
that great. I wish that we'd got something like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I think, well, I mean, you gotta, a lot of people end up like wanting to, change it up a lot and
No, of course. No, no. Yeah.
they
But
want
we
to
had a
like
time
move on up a
machine.
little. Yeah, we would go back. I mean, we could, not time machine, but we can go back and play. That's the beauty of all these old games. The reason for this episode is for the nostalgia, right? Like we want you guys to come back and see this. Not We're not gonna play every game that we were talking about,
Mhm.
but it's more for the nostalgia. So like the person like you who did play this game, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Did you play Mickey Mania? Did you play freaking Lion King and didn't even
Yeah.
beat the first level? Like
Any of the
we
games we've
want to
talked about
know.
so far.
Definitely. But yeah, this one I'm assuming you've played because I feel like most of us played as a kid. But we're talking Toy Story 9 Toy Story the game, dude. Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, 1995 this came out. Now this is funny because the way that it looked was very like it had a really cool art style. I
It looks
at least
great.
Yeah, at least for me, I remember thinking like this looks really freaking neat. And I played this game as a kid and I remember this box art.
Yeah, I remember that
You remember
too.
this box art? Yeah, it was a cool little box art. Dude, box arts were so cool because they had to sell you the game. Remember that when you would go
Yeah,
to
because
rent a games and stuff? They had really cool box arts.
yeah, because not a lot of people had access to like seeing it anywhere else, right? Like we didn't
There's no
have
YouTube at the time. No, yeah,
news reporting, and yeah, exactly. I think when I yeah, like you said, like when you go rent a game or anything, you look at the cover art and you're like, oh, this looks cool because the cover art's looking at you, and look, you got
yeah,
Woody pointing at you. But again, also the movie helped for sure. It's like people are gonna want to play this game for that reason.
definitely, man. Yeah. Did you end up playing this? Did you ever try this?
Yeah, it's dude. So I'm looking at the picture of what's his name, Scud. Is it Scud? Is that his dog that chases you? I'm looking at that.
Scud. I don't remember his name, dude.
I
I'm
can't remember
sorry.
Spud, Scuds. But dude, yes, I did play this game. Great
No,
times, man. And yeah, it
yeah,
looks and I'm looking at it, it looks really good. My goodness
yeah.
gracious. Like
Right. It looks really neat.
the art
This is
from
Yeah. Okay, now we're getting into the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy here. There was a lot of ports though, a lot of ports of older games that have already had come out, like Aladdin, Lion King, Hercules. But we're gonna talk Tarzan. Now this game came out in 1999. It was a platformer. You would swing through the vines. It's got a very interesting art style as well. Let me see if I could pull it up for you guys. So this is the PS1 game, but this is the Game Boy one. Hold on, let me see. Game Boy. I want to talk a little bit about this one
Hombre.
because I had the PS1 version, but look at
I
this
think I
cool
did as
art
well.
style. Look at the art style, bro. It kind of looks like the Jungle Book one. You see it?
Yeah, I do.
That little swinging.
I played this one. I remember this. Tarzan was all the rage. You had that Phil Collins, you know what I mean? And I'm looking for this. But dude, yeah, it's just
What song was that
that
you're
was the
trying to
wrong
sing?
song.
Oh,
That was
okay, because the song I think is "You'll Be in My Arms."
yeah, dude, it was didn't he did like the whole soundtrack for that thing, I think.
Dude, yeah, dude, no, yeah, Phil Collins, brother. I don't know if you ever guys ever seen the meme. I'm gonna pull it up right now, but there's a meme, piano on fire being played,
That's Phil
and
Collins.
have you guys ever seen this? Yeah, there it is.
I thought you're
I
talking
think
about
it's
the
one of
one I thought you're talking about the one with Tarzan having the vines in his ass. Uh
no, I think it's this one, but he's playing the piano on fire, and the meme is like Phil Collins, and the reason is because Phil Collins made this soundtrack for the movie, right?
yes,
And
yes.
he made a great soundtrack, great songs, and he's like, you shouldn't have gone as hard as you did, but you did for this freaking movie, like it's crazy. And apparently he just had his daughter, so I think it all played a big part in the childhood Tarzan and all that. But
Definitely.
it's crazy. This is the crazy part. This is what a lot of people don't know. Maybe you know this or not. I feel like I share this bit of information every once in a while that I can. But he also made that soundtrack. He made it in Spanish, like it's
Oh
him
wow.
singing. Yeah, it's it. Like if you guys go look for it, it's like him singing every Disney song in
And he seems
Spanish.
good.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And he's all "Tu en mi amor" or whatever he does. And I was like, dude, that is wild, bro. Crazy.
That is
That's
awesome.
that yeah. But
That was awesome.
did you play this game?
I did. Yes, sir.
Perfect.
I'm
All
not,
right.
I don't remember it too well, but yes, I do remember this.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Of
Okay.
course.
Okay. All right. Now let's do Toy Story 2 for the
Yeah,
Game
I
Boy.
was getting ahead of the game looking at that and I did play this. I like at first I didn't think I did, but then I saw the game over screen. Can you try to find the game over screen for Toy Story 2?
Yeah, wasn't it the one with freaking what's his face? Oh my god, I forget his name. Not Voltron, but
Oh, I can't think of his name right now.
oh, Oh, here it is. Game over. This one.
Yeah, I remember this, and he's like,
Yeah,
"Ah!" He's just, like, dying,
yeah.
and I think this you're strictly Buzz in this game, right? It kinda seems like it.
If I remember correctly, I think you're Buzz trying to rescue the gang, but I think you switch up, if I'm not mistaken, to like Woody at some point. But I might be wrong.
Probably. I mean,
I
but
don't
yeah,
remember.
because
But
most
yeah,
of the time he's
you do this
gone.
one out of
Yeah,
time. Try again.
because what would you do as Woody, right? Because he's basically with the prospector having fun the whole time in that game. Maybe he could do the little mini game when
Uh
he's cleaning him. Ding, 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 ding,
oh, dude,
ding, ding,
you
ding, ding.
can't rush art.
Oh, dude, that part was so satisfying. But yes, I did play this game. I remember
Very.
this. I feel like I played it on the Game Boy. Yeah, definitely. I don't know if I had the other port.
I think I played this one on PS1.
Now did you know?
Uh, did ya now? I think I did. All right, let's get into the next one here. I'm more excited for these ones now. This is Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, late 90s. Now we're gonna go back to Tarzan because I really want to talk about this one. I played this game and shout out to my brother, Miguel, my oldest
Was it a
brother.
different version
Of my brother.
of
Just
Tarzan?
kidding.
No, Tarzan.
There's a PS1 version, and this one was more. This one was the better version of the game.
I think that's the one I
Uh,
played more so than the other one. That's what I
yeah,
was mentioning.
same. And this one was awesome, bro. Look at the freaking graphics at the time, and it was a great game, dude. My brother, like I said, my oldest brother had just gotten a job, and he was starting to make a lot of money, or not a lot of money, but he was making money. And I begged him to buy me this game, dude, and he bought it for me.
That's awesome, dude.
And it's
Heck
cool
yeah. Do
because
you
you
still
remember
have
you
it?
could. No, I don't know where that
Gone
is.
somewhere,
But look,
yes.
you go down the vine. You're gliding, bro. It's so cool, bro.
And there's one of these
The,
games where like they're coming in just like a regular CD case. Like I remember these PlayStation games. There's literally
yeah,
just like a CD case.
this is cool, dude. I remember. So what they would do is there was a particular scene, and I don't know if you remember the movie really well or not, but Turk in the beginning of the movie, which is Rosie O'Donnell's little monkey character, he goes, you need to get a hair, and then you hear. "Brrr, an elephant hair," and it was like the movie. It was like the clip of the movie, and then it would stop,
Uh,
and it would go into the gameplay that you had to go do that, and you would have to go on the elephants. Do you recall this at all?
I do recall that part. And I was gonna mention the
Oh
part 2 when he
man.
goes, 1 more minutes, 2 more minutes,
Oh man.
5 more minutes, or like, I remember that
Yeah,
part
yeah,
too
they
when he
would
was a little
cut.
kid.
Yeah.
I think it
It's
says
so
the opposite,
good,
but
dude.
yes, I remember this it's a great movie. It is a very good movie. I didn't see the live action version, but
I don't even
yeah,
think that's
I
part
remember
of
fighting
this Disney
Clayton,
version.
Clayton, and I think it shows you the clip at the end where he's, like, hung, it's like the
He's
tree
hanging, which
or
is pretty
hanging, that
wild.
he's hung.
Wow. Hey, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember seeing that for the first time. I was like, "Wait, what
Look at
happened?" I was
look
like
at the
"That was
stampede.
scary." Like, the little yeah, I can see it moving. The little stampede section. Yes, I do remember a little kid at that point. Little little
You can
tar.
you can see it, little Tarzan, yeah, little Tar. Uh That's so hilarious. This is so cool, man. I love that. I love this particular time in gaming because there was a lot of like these, movie games, and it made it so much cooler to own at the time.
There was a
Like, you
lot
know what I
more at this
mean?
time, and I know we
Yeah,
talked about it in our Star Wars episode last week, like, it's like, where are these games? We miss them, right? We miss these
yeah.
licensed games. We should do an episode on just purely licensed at some
That'd be
point.
wild. There's so many, bro. And there's so many good in there, but there's so many bad,
Mhm,
so many bad games.
of
Maybe we
course.
just talk about the good ones, or at least the ones we enjoyed. Hey, the freaking turd. But yeah, let's get into the next one here. We're talking also Hercules, 1997 PS1 game. Now, this one was very stylish, very faithful to the movie. So a lot of very similar things with the Tarzan, like Tarzan. Sorry. Um, let's put it up for
I
you
remember
guys.
playing this game, and I didn't own a PlayStation 1 myself, but I remember my friend had it, and so I played it with him. And dude, I remember seeing this. I'm like, oh my gosh, the game looks crazy. And there's a part with what's his name. I remember fighting the little the Minotaur, which is really hard. Is it a
Yeah.
Minotaur? Yeah. And then like you fight the what are they called? The Hydras. That part was tough. But I remember like going through the little
Uh,
training. It's all and you hear little Phil. He's like, "Hey, for the kids, Achilles!" Like I think it was his actual voice too, right?
no, I don't remember that, dude. I don't remember that. I played the game, but I do not recall the voice.
Like you go through like the training, it was so hard to do too. I was like, oh my gosh, I
Why is this game so tough, dude?
they
It's
made
because
him tough, dude.
was it the game? See, that's the thing we were saying prior to this, right? Was it the game, or was it us? Was it our skill at the
I
time?
mean, I truly think what I said before is I think they wanted people to come back and rent these games so they can beat it.
Look at check this out.
I
Remember this?
stand by it.
You remember this part?
And
Watch.
they look great, dude. It looks really good. Looks better than some
Nah.
games there are now.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Honestly, so part of me wants to go back. Dude. That's what I'm telling you. I might go back, dude. I might go back to a playthrough of this and put it on the channel. If you guys want to see that, not this particular game, maybe another one. I don't know. You guys let me know. We might do a little walkthrough or something of this, because this
Dude, you
looks
should.
like a fun time. I know. Thank you for allowing me to,
No, of
Alex.
course. That'd be sweet, dude. We watch it. We'll
Uh,
root for you, dude. And if
but
you
yeah,
do it, if if is good.
if it's
Ah,
good,
there you go, little Hercules there for you.
I love Hercules. Dude. He's I don't know. I think they look kind of spiffy. You know, talking about when he's talking about the
With his little
sandals.
shoes.
Now we're gonna get into a Bug's Life. Now
Dude,
I played this game. This was
yes.
fun. You can grab the little leaf. Do you remember
I
this?
I love this game. I think there's a section where you're flying with the like I think with the dandelions, right? Where you can fly with them or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
yeah,
dude, I thought it was, and this was like it was a linear game, obviously, but I felt like it was a little bigger of a map, right? You can kind of like look around more and
yeah.
oh gosh, it was so much fun. I remember this game so well.
I think I played
And
this on PS1 and 64
you
when I
remind
was
me
a
of the
kid.
little roly polies, dude. You go,
Yeah, yeah.
that's me and you.
The Russian one. When he goes. And then, you remember the movie? He goes, and then Ada sent me out to find you guys so you can fight the grasshoppers or whatever. And he's
Yeah.
like, boy, are the grasshoppers gonna be look stupid when they get a hold of you, or when you get a hold of them or something like that? And they go, and then he's like, he's laughing, and then they look at each other. And they go,
Yes, that's too good. Too good, man. I love
oh
that.
my god, what a freaking great movie, dude! Remember the song? I don't know if you guys remember the movie. I feel like you guys probably do, but in Bug's Life, there's a particular scene where they're throwing a big party for the saviors, or the warrior bugs, right? Just like the stick bug, the freaking
Yeah.
the ladybug and all that, and the song goes.
Oh, gosh, dude, I remember that.
No, dude, I gotta send you the scene, and it's hilarious, bro. It's a sweet little song.
That was a great movie.
It is a great movie. You remember that around this time the movie Ants had come out,
It was like a more mature version of
and it was
what's the actor's name? Woody,
Woody
not Woody
Harrelson.
Harrelson.
No, no, no.
No, no. Yeah, I'm talking about.
I do. I kind of want to look this up.
Why can't I think of his name? It's Ants movie. Woody Allen. Woody Allen.
Oh,
He's
Woody
a,
Allen.
I don't know.
I don't even know, dude. I watched that movie when I was a kid, and I remember being like, "This sucks," and I put on Bugs Life back on.
Really? I thought it was. I liked it. For some reason I actually liked the movie. I mean, obviously Bugs Life was better, but he had Sylvester Stallone. He's all big, but it was scary, dude. The termites would freaking kill him, and dude, it was scary. There's a picture of
That's
them
wild.
comparing him to Cillian Murphy, the Ants character. But anyway,
Yeah,
continue.
that's crazy. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. What a cool little game, though.
It's great.
All right, well, let's go some more. It's great. Thank you. All right. Now we're gonna get into. Sorry, I wanna. This one is off the books here. I wanted to get this one. I asked my oldest brother. Now I could not, for the life of me, remember what this game was called, but this was a Disney game that I used to play with my brothers, and it was a cart game. And I asked them, I'm like, "Do you remember what this game is called?" And it's called Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour. And it was for the PS1. You see this? And we had this game. Dude, great box art. This was basically a kart racer, like exactly like Smash Bros. Sorry, Nintendo, what was it? Mario Kart.
Yeah.
But in this one, you're racing in freaking the Magic Kingdom. So you're getting like Big Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain, all these like things from like the one in, was it Florida, right? The one that you went to,
Yeah, Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, you're racing through all those, and it's so freaking cool. Check this out. Did you ever play this? Did you ever try?
No,
this?
I did not, dude. This is news to me.
Dude, you would race through the haunted mansion, and it was so freaking cool because they had the whole like, it was like you're in the roller coaster, or I mean, you're in the ride. Like that's exactly how it was. Watch. Let's see if I can. I want to pull this up. Haunted. Oh, am I spelling that right? Dang.
The
Yeah, here it is.
Haunted Mansion. That's cool, man. I wish I did play this. I don't know why I skipped this. I don't know why. I don't remember seeing this.
Oh god, I'm still spelling it wrong. Whatever. Yeah, dude. A lot to imagine, like, and you could stop, and it'll be the little area, like exactly like how the ride is, or at least in Magical Kingdom. But yeah, it's such a cool little game, bro. I definitely want to go back and play. Look at this freaking stupid guy, whatever his name was. But yeah,
Chubby Mickey.
I don't know that. I don't remember who that was. But yeah, let's get into the next one here. I just wanted to bring that up because I thought that was cool. Yeah. We're gonna talk about another kart racer game. This one was for the Nintendo 64. It was Mickey's Speedway.
I did not play this either. Yeah, I'm like, how did I miss these games? I would have loved to play this because I love Mario Kart.
Yeah, now these are random games, honestly. I actually was able to play this game when I was younger, but I don't recall this. I think this was probably the better version of the game I ended up having, but this was more like racetracks, not like Disneyland racing, which was, I feel, more themed and was a lot cooler. But I think this one was like more polished racing at the time, if I remember correctly. Because they were trying to bank on like what Mario Kart had, but with Disney,
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, so this one was pretty popular at the time, Nintendo 64.
I feel like a lot of games try to do that too. Like they create their own little racers, and I mean it makes sense because it's a popular genre. But Mario Kart just did it best.
Definitely, I think one of the better kart racers that a lot of people, I think, will say is up to par with the Nintendo one is Crash Nitro Racing. Have you ever played that?
Oh yeah, I heard great things about that.
That's a pretty great game, but it's Crash. Nobody, like, not a lot of people really cared for Crash. Maybe not now, at least. But those games are dope. Here nor there. That's a little side rant for the next one, for our next episode about kart racers. Now we're getting into. Why can't I see this all? Okay, now we're getting into. What is this?
Yeah, can I talk about this 1999 game?
Oh, is this the one? Yeah, yeah.
If
This is
I
the one
if
you
I
wanted, right?
may, really quickly, I want you to
No,
look this up. It's
please.
called Disney's Villains Games in 1999. When Ernie pitched this to me, I was like, "Wait," I was like, "There was this game that I played that I remember so well on the computer, and I played a lot because it was really hard." And so basically, this game, what it was is that in the beginning, you're in a room and Jiminy Cricket's telling you little stories. Like, now everybody's gonna listen. There he is. And all of a sudden all the pages get lost in your book and the villains steal them. Like so you have Captain Hook, you have the evil witch from Snow White, you have the evil queen from Snow White. No, well, yeah, I mean, it's the old lady, but also, I'm sorry, the evil queen from Alice in Wonderland, and you have the ringmaster from Dumbo, and basically you have to go in each of these worlds to recover these pages and go in and it was crazy. It was tough. You go in for Captain Hook, you have to fight it with a sword, and you have Jiminy Cricket. So now grab the sword and hit him in. Keep pushing him, and like you have to push him off, and you get the book. And there's like a scene with Dumbo where you have to move. It was a point and click adventure game, and you'd have to
Yeah, I'm glad you said something because I was trying to figure out what kind of game was this.
Yeah, sorry. And it's
I'll
funny
need to
because the
check
other day
this
I was
out.
watching a video on this game because I was like, I need to refresh my memory. But there's like a section, and that was hard, the sword fight. But there's a section you have to like move all this stuff for Dumbo to jump because they're like they want to push him in for the act, but you have to free him and you have to set up
Oh,
everything where he flies out, and that was hard. And then Snow White had to make potions, and dude, it was tough, man. It was a really tough game, and you had to go through a maze. That scene right there, it's a and then, but it's funny because like so these villains take their version of the game, and so when you go into the story, I'm sorry, and then when you go into the Captain Hook one, it's an old Peter Pan is fighting Captain Hook, and he's all, "Get that bilge rat, help me out over here." And like he's an old Peter Pan, he has an old beard. It's so sweet. And
wait, why is he older?
I can't remember, but like I said, I think
It
Captain Hook
sounds. Oh, there
is
he is.
Captain Hook messes
There
with
he
the
is, kind
like
of.
the storybook and kind of makes it his own. Like it makes it basically like,
This
oh,
is it. Yeah,
there he is. Yeah, he's all sweet, dude.
that's
But you have
crazy.
little Jiminy Cricket, he's guiding you, and then, yeah, you end up getting all these stories, and you get the book recovered back, and it's all good, dude.
Oh my
It
god.
and this is a PC game that I had, and yeah, I this is like one of the few I had, and I would play the crap out of it, and it was tough, and I didn't and I beat it because at the very end, you have to go through like every stage, like trying to blow up the worlds. It's like crazy. Like you're fighting the
Yeah.
cannons, you're shooting cannons at everything. It's odd, but it was fun. I'm gonna send you a video of it tomorrow, and I want you
Please,
to
dude.
kind of
I
like
would
I
definitely
kind of
like
want you to
love to
see
see
like the
this.
section of Peter Pan at least a little bit, just see it fighting it.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when you brought this up, I'm like, there was a game I played, but what is it? And this was it.
There's this game that I've been wanting to play that's very similar to this. It's not having to do with Disney, but it's called Dragon's Lair or something like that, I think. And you basically, it's not a point and click, but it's like you get to choose what you have to do and you have to interact with it. It was a very big arcade game. Do you remember this?
No, not really.
Yeah. Let's see if I can pull it up for you. Oh, this one.
What is it called?
It's called Dragon's Lair.
No, I don't remember this.
Oh man, it kind of reminds me of that. But you're like, see, you have to kind of like, you have to point up, you have to do this.
Little point and click adventure
Yeah, it's
game.
kind of interesting. I've been thinking about this game a lot lately. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like Dungeons and Dragons sort of game
Hmm.
stuff. But you end up just dying every time something happens to you. But yeah, let's get into the next one.
Let's move on here.
So let's talk. Dang, there's a lot here, dude. It's crazy.
You have a
Let's
lot. I think
talk.
we can kind of bunch in like Kingdom Hearts all into
Yeah,
one.
I'm
I mean,
going
you have a
to.
lot in there. Maybe we
Yeah.
can save that for
So
the end.
let's get into PlayStation 2 and GameCube and
And Xbox.
uh and Xbox, dude. Early 2000s here. Now, let's start with The Incredibles, dude. Now, did you end up playing this game?
Dude, yes, I love this game.
Please get
I
into
rem
it, friend.
I honestly, gosh, this is PlayStation? Why do I feel like I
PlayStation.
played this on the PSP?
There could have been a PSP version of it, but I don't recall this. But
Dude, yes, I played this game and I thought no, okay, it wasn't PlayStation is what I played it on. PS2 it was on.
PS2,
Dude,
yeah.
this game was so much fun. I had a blast with it. I even played the second one, Rise of the Underminer. But dude, it was awesome. I remember this game looking fantastic. It just was super fun. I remember doing the beginning part where you're riding on you have to jump on young Syndrome's back as he's flying through the city with a jetpack. I don't know if you recall this. And he's like, "Hey, he's like, get off of me!" And
That's crazy.
buddy, dude, yes, this was. Dare I say it? an incredible game.
Ding. Did you have to fight Bon Voyage?
He's in the beginning, yes. You do, and then you have Dash where you run super fast. There's a section where you're running through the water and you're running with Violet. It's dude, what a great game.
Oh wow. Ahead
You
of
didn't
its
play
time,
this?
right? No, I never got to play
Oh
this one.
wow. So oh, for some reason I thought you had said you played it. Dang.
No, I had not. Yeah, no, this is
Yeah,
one
and
of
you
the
had
ones that I did not play this.
it
I
was
was probably
fun,
playing
dude.
something else at the time, but yeah. Remember,
You were
like I
playing
said, my
you were playing
brother's.
you got the bootleg version, yes. Increíbles.
But
Just
yeah,
kidding.
dude, I got the one off version, dude. I got the well, I didn't. We couldn't afford a PS2, so we had the Gamecast. I'm just kidding. Or I forgot what the bootleg one was called, but I skipped this one. But I think again, like I said, my brothers were dictating a lot of the games I was playing at the time, and
No, of
around this
course.
time, Metal Gear was running
It was
our
all about the
lives.
mature
Dude.
games, dude.
Oh yeah,
That was the
I
rage.
played too many. I played mature games that I probably shouldn't have been playing at the age I was, but neither here nor there, dude. All right, let's get into the next one. Let's talk Chicken Little, dude. Now, great movie.
What a random one to bring up.
Yeah, dude. This is a great movie. I think it's hilarious.
It was
It's a
great.
really good movie. But yeah, they had a little game. They had two. They had the Chicken Little like movie game, and then they had one like I think this one right here,
Go one
the
off on its
Agent
own.
Chick Action. It's like a little bit more.
Is he all buff? Was that
Yeah, it's
him?
all about because that's the movie. The movie at the end of the movie, Chicken Little. They make a movie out of him, and it's this. It's
Oh
like
yes.
that's the
You're right.
ugly duckling and the yeah.
That's all. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it, which is awesome.
Yeah,
I remember playing this, and I'm sure you did. It sounds like.
they did. Yeah. One more wish or whatever. I don't know if you remember the song in the beginning of the movie because he has to find his freaking underwear and he ends up having to use pieces of paper. But very like not open world, but sort of like pretty open game.
Yeah, I
I don't know
don't
if you
remember
recall the
this
way it
movie
plays.
too well, but I
No, I mean
remember having
the
a
game.
blast with it.
But yeah, he would open up a little bit, play. It's kind of reminded me of New Jersey Devil for the PS1. I don't know if you guys ever played that one. It's not open world, but it's like very kind of like 3D. You can run around a little bit. But yeah, that's one. All right, let's get to the next one here. Now let's talk the Pirates of the Caribbean games, dude.
Dude, yes, I played all these. I played a PSP version.
Dun.
I was really into these games. I thought they were a blast. I really liked them.
Did you think was it because you felt like you were Captain Jack Sparrow?
I felt like I was a captain too. I
Spell.
was like, dun, 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 dun. I might not have played World. No, actually, I think I did. I'm pretty sure I played them all. They all sound so familiar.
Yeah, I'm
But
trying to
dude,
find like
they're
if
great
there's
games. They're really well done, licensed games, and I think it was also one of those games that had the cutscenes as the movie. I think I'm not 100%
the
sure,
governor's
but dude,
daughter.
I mean, this is the game where like you're getting this is the pirate game I want now, right? This is like I always ask, I want a pirate game.
Well, you
I
should go back, dude. Look, it's still there.
I know I got some great
Check
naval
this out, dude.
combat, dude, and he had freaking what's his name, Will Turner,
Look at
Barbosa, you bastard. And there's this you play, and dude, there's a level, you know what I'm talking about.
I do, but it's so good. Most of you bastard.
He says, "You
Will
lying
Turner.
bastard." There's a level in this game though.
Oh
I
my
don't know if you
gosh.
remember.
Tell
You
me,
have to.
please.
It's in the beginning, and you're fighting with your Elizabeth Swan trying to get out, and you run into this girl in the cutscene. She goes, "You're the governor's daughter."
His
I'm just kidding.
daughter.
No, that's not.
I
I'm
even did it
sorry.
again.
I was
You're
dumb.
the
I set it up. I
governor's
set it up.
daughter. Look at
There he is.
and it looks like
Ding,
this doesn't look like Johnny Depp. Looks like this is like a little thing right? It looks like it kind of looks like
dude, that movie
looks
is
like
ahead of its time, dude. Remember when Pirates of the Caribbean first came out? How big of a phenomenon it was? Do you remember this? Like,
oh
they,
yeah,
and
dude. It
this
was
one
a
they had
great
like
movie.
they had a big premiere at Disneyland, like where like the Phantasmic area was. I remember that as well. I
Yeah,
didn't go to that, but dude, they had a bunch of stuff, and this was like
I
all
think
the rage, and it was, and rightfully so. It was a freaking fantastic movie. The sequels
yeah,
were
man.
fine, but they weren't as good as the first one, obviously.
Nah,
But
man. I mean, the first one was really good. I think I really liked maybe the third one. I really liked a lot. But these movies were great. And yeah, I remember the phenomenon. It was like pretty like it was everywhere during when you would go to Disneyland. It was all over the place. But I remember, I recall, like, go ahead. What are you saying?
No, I was gonna say everyone loved Johnny Depp at this time, but now they hate them.
Mhm.
Uh,
Well, I don't
good.
know if they love him now because of everything that went down, but
No, that's what I'm saying. Now they hate him.
um,
I'm saying, yeah.
yeah, I remember hearing this like theory about the Black Pearl. Did you ever hear this theory about the Black Pearl?
I don't. I
So
didn't.
the reason that Captain Jack Sparrow is wanted and like very like everyone knows who he is was because, well, this is like the main story that they were supposed to go with, but they ended up not going with it. But you kind of see it in the movie, but they never tell you. Is that the Black Pearl, the ship that he's been wanting? The reason that it's black, it's because it was burnt. But it survived, so that's why it's kind of burnt out a little bit, and so that's why it's black. But it used to be a slave ship, and Captain Jack Sparrow was trying to save it, or trying to save the slaves. He's trying to make them escape, let them escape, and I think he did, or they all died or something. But that's like the little story supposedly. Have you heard of that?
No, I've never heard about this. This is
Yeah, it sounds freaking
all
cool.
news
I'm
to
like, I
me.
don't know why they didn't freaking like. Why they didn't go with that storyline. I was like that. I mean, he was always cool, but I think that would have been probably a lot better.
Hmm.
But yeah, okay, let's get into the last one for the PlayStation 2 here. We're gonna talk about Kingdom Hearts. Now,
Ding, 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 ding,
oh,
ding, 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 ding.
I think gonna sing I think gonna sing when you walk away, you don't
No,
hear
no, no,
me
no, no,
say
no, no, no.
please. Oh, sorry, we don't want to get copyright. I sound just like her. But yeah, dude. Get into it a little bit about Kingdom Hearts a little bit.
So I
Um
remember this being a huge deal. Now, I personally am not a Final Fantasy person. I did not even know this was a Final Fantasy type game. And I remember playing it for the first time. I can't remember if I got it when it was released, but I remember just seeing like, oh my gosh, going into Disney Worlds. I like it's awesome because at the time I was really into Disney and I really liked it. Um, Obviously heard this episode and I was like, yes, I'm gonna get this game. And I remember getting it. The intro was super long, and then like it took forever to get to your first Disney World. I know Merlin was there. I'm like, I don't like this. And then when I finally got to the Disney World, it was tough. And I was like, gosh, I can't do this. But again, it was like a Final Fantasy type game. And like I said, I wasn't used to the Final Fantasy. And I think I did a couple worlds. I never beat the game. Um, but it was fun. I mean, I love Donald and Goofy. I think they're like my favorite characters as far as like the Disney characters go. And so I thought it was a good time getting them. And like when you went into the worlds, it was awesome. I think I did the Little Mermaid world, but Ursula was super hard to beat. Hercules for sure, I did that as well, but it was tough. It was a tough game, but it was a lot of fun. I think honestly, I think Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably the better one in my opinion. I think a lot of people would agree, and I will talk about it a little bit more later. But the Kingdom Hearts series is like wild how many different types of there are, iterations there are. But dude, what is your experience with these games?
yeah, so I've played 1, 2, and I've played I know I've beaten 1 and 2 a long time ago when I was a lot younger. Um and there's like a DS version. There's all kinds of versions for the Kingdom Hearts. It's like a re I wish I could just tell you guys
There's
like
a
all the
lot. It's like
names.
Chain of Memories,
Yeah, Chain of
Rechained.
Memory, yeah. And then there's one for like the Nokia phone and or like a phone that nobody ended up having. But those are the games that are like they're still mainline. They still actually pertain to the story. So like if you didn't have them, I guess it's tough titties. You know what I mean? Like that's on you. You will know what ends up happening to Sora on the 5th day of May or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's how it is.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, there's so much game here, and I played them, and I could not tell you probably right now the story. I don't know, but this
It's
is like the good.
confusing. It's
Yeah,
very
this
confusing. I know Mickey, he's like this little master, and it's sweet when he tries to run some exposition on you. He's like, "Oh, so the darkness here is real bad." It's like you're just listening, and you're like, "God, I can't take this guy seriously."
is it. So this is the main the main like series
Timeline.
timeline. Kingdom Hearts 2002, Chain of Memories 2004, Kingdom Hearts 2 2005. And then they
That's just too hard.
rechain memories. Well, I'm assuming it's the same one, or and they just
No, they're
remade it. Yeah,
rechained.
coded. I think this is the one that was like the puzzle game I was telling you about. That probably the DS version, and this is the mobile game that I was telling you about. That I don't think anyone was able to play, but maybe you could find a bootleg somewhere. I don't know. And then
Probably.
358 Days, Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, all these remixes, X, whatever that is. Kingdom Hearts 3, Dark Road, Melody of Memory, and the new
It's
one
too
that's going to come
many.
out, but way too
Too
many. I don't
many.
know if I'll ever. A friend of the cast, Kyle Golden Doodle, we'll probably have him on the cast. I think next week or so. We're going to do an Elden Ring episode. That's neither here nor there. But he bought me these games for my birthday, at least one and two, I believe. And I've always wanted to go back and play them because they ended up coming out on Steam, and I wanted it on my Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Man, I played them and they're awesome, bro. They're cool. But it's like there's something about the slowness of the beginning of the game that just doesn't make me want to go
Yeah,
right forward. You know what I mean?
I started the second one, and it was fun, but yeah, I just kind of fell off it. Like you said, it was slow. I'm like, it's not my type of game. But I want to get back into it because I've never beat I've never beat any of these, and I haven't played them all, obviously. And I hear, I think the third one, that was like the newest one, obviously, and I heard that was like that wasn't that great. I think that people were disappointed with it. Obviously, the fourth one is in development, so we'll see how that goes. I think there was like a little pictures that got released today, actually, as a record. You see little Mickey, you see a couple pictures of Game Box 4. But yeah, they're great games. I mean, there's a big fan base. I know a friend of a channel. I don't know if he listens, Jackson. I know he was really into it. I remember when the third one came
Oh,
out.
that's right.
He had told me,
Yeah.
he's like, "Yeah, me and my brothers were gonna play that game when it comes out. We're gonna beat it like in the weekend." And then he did. And he's like, he had said like
Yeah.
it was okay, like it was fine, but he's like, yeah, it wasn't his favorite. But I was like, oh my gosh, like that's awesome, and I love
Yeah,
that.
that
Like
is cool. I love that
there's
too.
fan base. I mean, like for any game, right? There's fan bases.
Mhm. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the last console here, the last two consoles, Game Boy Advance and Nintendo DS. Now, the first game is a fan favorites. I don't know if you ever played this. This is called Lilo and Stitch. And this one kind of played like Contra. I don't know if you remember this game.
I know Contra, but yeah, I did
Uh,
not play this Lilo and Stitch game, which is pretty wild to
uh,
put Contra and Lilo and Stitch together.
yeah, you'll see right now how it is. It's just a shooter. It's like not like Contra where you're like, uh, man, I wish I could. Oh, this is the one.
Contra was tough, dude. I
No,
remember playing that. It was rough.
it just came out right now. Oh, here it is. See, I don't know if you can see it on the screen on the side.
No, yeah, I
Oh
see
man,
it,
you
yeah.
can't. I don't think the viewer can see it. Dang it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna try to play a little gameplay of it because just to kind of so you guys can
Look at
see.
that sweet little. I know what
Yeah,
a great tie-in for the movie coming out, dude. Ernie,
look at
always
it,
being
look at
sponsored
it,
by
look at
Stitch. It's
look at the way look at.
like a little run gun, dude. Like a little.
Yeah, it's so sweet, bro. And then that's where we'll stop.
That is
We don't want
cool.
to get flagged, but yeah,
The
the
metal
sweet little
slug
game. I
as
don't
well, dude. Metal slug
yeah,
style.
a little bit of smell slug. Yeah, exactly. I put Contra, but
No,
yeah, you're
Contra
right.
makes
Metal
sense
Slug
too.
is
But
probably a little bit better. But what thoughts on that, my friend? Did you play this?
no, I didn't, dude. That's it's so funny. The cover art looks familiar, but maybe I did, dude. Again, it was probably a game I played for a little bit off a friend, and I just didn't get back to. This game I played, I think I played on the this was a game I played on the PC. I'm sorry, PSP. Um, it was just a racer. It was just a racer, and it looked great, and I had a blast with it. I remember playing it a lot. It was just a racer I had, and I thought it was great. There's really not much more to it. It was just a racer, and I'm not a big car racing type person game, but this was definitely a game that I enjoyed, and it was a PSP.
So basically, what I was trying to say about cars is that like it was easy for our parents to get this game because at the time when we were younger, they would be marketed these games that were Disney, and it's like, what game could I get my kid?
Mhm.
And it was gonna be a Disney game. It was easier. Like I said before, I was like, it's not gonna be Chinatown Wars, Grand Theft Auto. Like it's like that's not the game they want you to play. They want you to play these like smaller games, and like
But
like we would get like what the Pirates of the Caribbean, all those things, and like as a kid, I know we'd want them, but it's like we didn't get. Our parents weren't gamers; they didn't know what was going to be good and what wasn't. And honestly, us as kids, like we were the trial runs for a lot of games. I think a lot of games sold well because of box arts and stuff like that. I played a
mhm.
bunch of terrible games. I remember playing this like WWE game for the Game Boy Color that was freaking awful. It was a terrible game. And I spent all my hard-earned like allowance on it. And I
That's
remember
why.
being like, this is terrible. And I had to just play it because I already had spent the money.
Yeah, that's why the renting was the big thing, right? That's why we had to do it. No, I mean, I get your point on the games being bought because of the Disney IP, but like that didn't mean I didn't play those bad games. Somehow I still
Yeah.
ended up with them. But can I just mention one last game that got um oh, you know what? I'm sorry. We're talking about old, but I was talking about like now if you want to play like a Disney game, like I was trying to think of this game that there was it was like an online Disney game, not the Toontown one. But there was one you can play where you can like go in the park and enjoy and like meet people. It's kind of like a Club Penguin type game. I wish I remember. I just wanted to ask if you remembered it, but gosh, I don't know. It's kind of hard to put together. And like I typed it in, I cannot
Oh.
find it.
It's yeah. I had it in the notes, but I didn't end up mentioning
No,
it because I don't know if
it's
we
not the
both
Toontown Online one.
know. Oh, okay. Then I don't
Yeah,
recall.
yeah, sorry. I try to
No,
go
no
off,
worries.
but yes,
Somehow
Ernie, that
Palpatine
wraps
returned.
up this episode. Let's
Yes,
let us
yes.
let's go ahead and let's say what you need to say here.
Say what you need to say. Um, Lex, thank you for joining me on this episode in this wild ride of retro Disney games. I really appreciate you coming on. As always, I
I
would
always
like to.
do.
Well, I don't know. Maybe one of these days you're not going to want to come on, dude, and you're going to be like, you know what? I'm done with you. Who
Hmm.
knows? But thank you
Yes.
all. And thank the I want to thank the friends of the channel for tuning in every week when we drop an episode. We appreciate you listening and we appreciate you watching. Please subscribe at Checkpoint Reached on YouTube, and please follow us on Instagram at checkpoint_reached. There, I am Lex will be there to talk to you about any inquiries you might have. We hope you enjoyed this Disney episode. Please comment on this video. Talk about what games you played as a kid. I feel like Disney was pretty strong even back in the day. Like I don't think anyone was really restricted at the time. I know it's a little different now for Disney, but
Oh yeah.
please let us know what games you played. Maybe you played some of the newer ones, even if they're new, even if they weren't retro, even if they're after 2000. Let us know what you played. I would love to hear it. Lex, please send us home.
No, yeah, please. And if anyone else played that Disney Villains game like I did, I would love to hear it because it was such a such a niche game to have. But yes, please, thank you all so much. What Ernie said. Follow us on those socials. We would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear in the comments. Thank you all for listening. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends. Tell us everything. Share everything. I'm sorry. Tune in next week. Checkpoint reached. Goodbye.
Goodbye.